Right, good morning and welcome back to the channel again. Thanks for joining me. Another little trip out, and I'm going to go on the main road today because I haven't got too long. So we'll go up, I'll go up the round hill today, which you'll see in a moment. Interesting bit of road actually. Loads of fun, especially on a sports bike. If you're in a naughty mood, and I'm not in a particularly naughty mood this morning, but yeah, it's good fun if you're in the naughty mood. No. The last video, which I dropped out just this morning, actually, I haven't had a chance to read any of the comments on it yet. It's a little bit parochial. It's about a local motorcycle dealer, but as a sort of an adjunct to that, listen to me, adjunct, I think that's the right word, as an adjunct to that video, I did want to say that I think it's a sort of a more widespread issue. The future of our local dealers. Here's the round hill, by the way, just butting in. Fantastic bit of road this. Think bike, it says there. Yeah, it's absolutely. Yeah, it's a thing that you need to think about for all the dealers really, and that is the business model of a localized main dealer. Is it still a viable thing? I'm not too sure that it is, or that it's certainly becoming under threat, that, and I think that's largely due to the fact that everything's being globalized, isn't it, even on a less than global level. And there's these very large conglomerates that sell us motorcycles now, and we can go and order a bike online, obviously, and spec it up. We don't need to go to a local dealer. This is new bikes, of course, and it means, is the business model for a local main dealer still a goer? And I'm not so sure that it is. In the case of the motorcycle mart, which I was speaking about, a particular dealer, the thing I wanted to impress really was that if that dealer, a dealer with such a good reputation, such a history, such a huge customer base, well, huge maybe not, but a very solid one, built up over 70 years, if that, when a business like that is offered onto the open market, the bike market, into all the trade papers, and Steve apparently tried to sell the business, and he offered it for months and months in the trade press as a going concern, and he literally had zero feedback, nothing at all. Nobody wanted to take it on. He was astounded by that, and to be honest, I am as well. Now, I'm not in the motorcycle trade, I don't know the situation at the coal face, as it were, but that really points to the fact that nobody wants to actually run a dealership anymore on a localized basis. Now, why is that? Is it because the pressure, the competition from the bigger boys just means that you're onto a loser straight away, that you're struggling to make profits? Is that what it is? Is it the general decline in retail and the pressure from online sales, etc.? Is that the problem? But there has to be, you have to question the long-term future of local dealers. If a dealer such as the Motorcycle Mart can't even get anyone to even inquire about it. Now, prior to that video, I did one on tech, which you may have seen. Had a lot of feedback from that as well. Just another one I wanted to throw in there about that. I've got nothing specific I wanted to say this morning, so and that is cruise control. That's another piece of tech that I don't need. I just thought for a minute then they were going to pull out in front of me. Yes, another piece of tech that I don't really understand, to be honest with you. Cruise control. I know people who've left comments on tests on, for instance, I think it's the Tiger 660, the little mini semi-adventure bike from Triumph, and that hasn't got cruise control on it. And when I read the first test of that, there was loads of criticism for Triumph because they hadn't included cruise control, and people were saying, for me, that's a deal breaker. And that's what highlighted me to the thing about cruise control. Are people really that enamoured with the idea of having cruise control on a bike that they literally wouldn't buy a bike unless it had it as an option? It's a deal breaker for them. Obviously there are. Obviously I'm living in the past, because to me, I've never even thought of needing cruise control on a bike. I'll be honest, I've got cruise control in my car, and I played with it for the first few weeks, and I've never used it since. Never used it. I find it quite fiddly, quite annoying to use, in fact, and I've got virtually zero use out of it, and that is a car, which I use on the motorway quite a bit, and I never bother with it. So why would you want it on a motorcycle? Yeah, you know, if you're going across, maybe if you're in the US and you're going along gigantically long roads, mile after mile after mile, or the autobahns of Germany, maybe, you're crossing continents, I can see that you'd use it. But do most motorcyclists most of the time really need cruise control on their bikes? Is that really a new thing that we've come to expect? Maybe it is. Maybe I'm living in the past. Well, I definitely am. But I've got to admit, when I started riding motorbikes way back in the day, the idea that a bike would have cruise control on was just it was laughable, to be honest. It really would have been. But there you go. If you love cruise control, tell me why you think it's important. Do you use it a lot? Honestly, do you use it a lot? Or do you is it just another button that you can press on the dashboard, on the handlebars, that you feel that you'd miss if it wasn't there? Do you really use it, honestly? A lot? Maybe you do. And of course, a White Forest biker video wouldn't be the same without some traffic lights, would it? And some flashing lights and some cones. Have we got any cones? We've got a go sign, but no, we've got no cones. Ah, what a shame. I'll tell you what, I cannot drive 2 miles from my house these days without coming across a set of traffic lights, and I can't do a 10-mile, 15-mile journey without coming across 3 sets. It's just unreal. Don't know what's going on. Oh well. Yeah, so that's the thing about dealers and cruise control, which I don't quite get. Oh, the other thing that I thought I could have put into my video on annoyances, biking, things that about biking that annoy me, which I've thought about since, because that was very popular as well. People, a lot of people commented on that and emailed me and things about things that drive them mad. The thing that annoys me is, I don't know if you feel the same, but with new bikes, is the amount of colours that we have to choose from. Quite often now, it's just 3, isn't it? It's just 3 colours. I was looking yesterday at a Suzuki, the GSX-8S, just as an example. I mean, this could count for any bike, but it's available in just 3 colours. And of course, as usual, one of those colours is black. And so many bikes now, there's only 3 colours available. And as one generally has to be black, that means 2 actual colours. Which 2 colours are they going to choose? Well, generally it's a reddish and a bluish colour, isn't it? It's just... It's not a lot of choice, is it? Now, of course, cars are similar, aren't they? There's not much choice in when you go to buy a new car now. But I think there's more than there is for bikes. And the point with a car is that you have to spray the whole car body, don't you? Often with a bike it's only a tank. Surely manufacturers can offer more than 3 colours. Now, accidentally, the CL one we're on now, as you know, I've got the green one, that's actually got 4. Wow, whippity-doo. There's the green, which I've got. There is black, of course. There is orange and there's blue, so that's 4, but it's only the tank. It's the only difference. And even on bikes like, say, the GSX-8S, for instance, or the Hornet, it's only the tank and a few bits of plastic, isn't it, that has to be coloured. Come on, manufacturers, can't you offer more? Of course, there could be an option whereby they ship the bike without the tank fitted, and then fit the colours afterwards. Wouldn't that make sense? So they didn't have to ship the bikes as a certain colour. But then again, I don't think that would work, thinking about it, because I believe that when you put a VIN plate, identification number plate, on a bike, part of that number includes the paint code. I might be wrong there. I'll have to look that up. Because I was thinking what an ideal situation would be. They would ship the chassis of the bikes without the tank, all of the bike except the tank, and maybe a few bits of plastic which are also coloured, and then you choose your colour and they bolt on the appropriate colours of tank and plastics later on down the line, so that they don't have the loads of bikes in all different colours hanging around. That would seem to make sense to me. But as I said, I think the VIN number thing probably means that's not possible. I'll have to look into that, but I think that's possibly the reason. But yeah, 3 colours. I mean, Royal Enfield, obviously, this is where they win out, because they're well known for offering quite a lot of colours on their bikes, aren't they? Lots of choices. I think the 350 Classic, I think there's about 7. I think I'm right in saying around about 7 different colours for that bike, which is brilliant. But I mean, can't 5 be a minimum? Wouldn't 5 be reasonable? 3 colours, one of them black. Oh, there you go. I don't want to moan again. This is a happy video. I'm off for a cup of tea now. Don't know whether this will be the end of the video, or there'll be a bit tagged on. If it's the end, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. If not, I'll see you in a minute.